Welcome back to the channel. So I've got some fresh updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and there's a lot to unpack here, so let's get right into it. First up, the launch timeline. Honestly, the S26 launch has been confusing. Reports have been going back and forth for weeks. At first, we heard Samsung might delay the launch to February, with the actual release happening in March. Then another report came out saying nothing major was changing, and the phone would launch almost on time, maybe just a few days later than the S25. And now, we're back to the delay again. This time, the information is coming from Ice Universe along with a trusted Korean source, so this one seems pretty solid. What this means is that Samsung's Unpacked event is expected to happen in the second half of February, and the Galaxy S26 series should arrive in stores about 2 weeks later, sometime in March. As for why this delay is happening, that part is still unclear. It could be due to last-minute changes involving the Plus or Edge models. It could also be related to ongoing RAM supply issues that the entire industry is dealing with right now. Or it could be something else altogether. Bottom line, expect a later-than-usual Unpacked event. Now let's talk about charging. We already knew that the Galaxy S26 Ultra is getting 60W wired fast charging, and Samsung has now officially launched the charger. One interesting detail is that when the charger is plugged in but not actively charging a phone, it only draws about 5 milliwatts of power. That's basically nothing in real-world usage. There's always this argument that fast charging destroys battery health, and I see that comment all the time. But this has actually been tested properly. A 2-year experiment was done across 40 different smartphones, comparing fast charging with slow charging. After hundreds of charging cycles, the results were clear. Fast charging did not cause noticeably more battery degradation. Phones that were fast charged lost almost the same amount of battery capacity as those charged slowly. The difference was extremely small. So no, the 60W charging on the S26 Ultra is not going to damage your battery in any meaningful way. Before we move on, quick reminder. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our latest tech videos. This channel is getting solid views, and more people are subscribing every week, so let's keep that momentum going. Next up, the Galaxy S26 Edge. We already had strong signs that Samsung wasn't fully committed to it. While the Edge model was still being developed as a backup option for a possible later release, Samsung was clearly taking a wait-and-see approach. According to Korea Economic Daily, that decision has now been finalized. Samsung has reportedly stopped development of the Galaxy S26 Edge completely. That means it's not launching next year. Not in February. Not later in the year. Not at all. The report says weak sales of ultra-thin phones played a big role in this decision. Even Apple is reportedly reconsidering the future of its slim phone lineup. The reality is simple. People like slim phones, but they don't like the compromises, especially when it comes to battery life and durability. Now let's talk about something bigger. Google has managed to do something many people thought would never happen. They've essentially brought AirDrop-style sharing to Android using Quick Share, without any involvement from Apple. At first, this feature was limited to Pixel devices, but Qualcomm has now confirmed it's coming to all Snapdragon-powered Android phones. That means this is no longer a Pixel feature. This is an Android feature. And that's a big deal. One of Apple's strongest ecosystem advantages just became less exclusive. Once that lock-in weakens, it turns into pure competition. Hardware versus hardware. Software versus software. Pricing versus pricing. Quick final note. Samsung is currently offering some massive holiday discounts across its lineup, including the S25 Ultra, Z Fold 7, and accessories. You'll find the details linked in the description. And finally, even though the One UI 8 beta is already live, Samsung is still hiding 6 major features that are expected to debut with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Subscribe, drop a comment, and click the next video to see what they are.